What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Heroes for Hire podcast. We are back again talking all the week's movie news, entertainment news, and just generally having a bit of a chit-chat about everything to do with film. I am joined as always by my best man, Mr. Shaun. Me and Shaun, how's it going?
Good, Conor. Delighted to be doing our weekly movie news show that comes out every week. And
every
talks
week,
about all the week's
without
movie
fail.
News.
It hasn't been 1 week where it hasn't come out. Name 1 week. You can't.
Name a week. Name any week. You're incorrect. It came out that week.
Last week, there was an episode.
Something came out. Something came out.
No, look, we're going to hold our hands up, everybody. Movie news, because obviously it was just a weird time. We had a top 10 weird news episode that had to come out, so then before that it was like the end of the year award, the whole thing, right? But we haven't had just a run-of-the-mill potato veg.
Your classic 5 out of 10 episode, folks.
You've been getting nothing but tens. We're
You've
sorry.
been eating well for weeks, alright?
And I think it's too much. So yeah. I said this week, I'm excited, Shaun, and you're excited too. I seen you in person over the weekend. We were buying suits for Shaun's wedding and getting them fitted. And I said, are you excited about to talk about movie news on Monday? And he said, not really.
My mind's kind of on other things at the minute, but I guess.
I'll be at the wedding.
It's on a Friday, so we will have to do a Hero or Zero.
Oh, I mean, we could pre-record, but I said no.
I said, no, Orla, Shaun needs to do this.
We have to go record. Look, if this is your first episode, you don't have to do anything. Just chill out. If it's your second or above, we'd really appreciate 5 stars, a like, a follow, a share. Whatever way you could support the show, that would really help us out. We are currently looking for, I don't know how many followers on Spotify, but that's what we're going for.
I don't know if we can check.
We don't.
1 million.
We're going to go for 1 million, but let's keep it reasonable. Let's go for 500,000.
No, 500,000 by summer, or I do damage to myself. How about that?
That seems weird.
What?
It seems more like a hostage situation at that point. But
no, but it's me hostaging myself.
Very good. Perfect.
It's called manipulation, Conor.
How does the negotiator deal with that?
The negotiator also does the same thing.
Look, what we're saying is, right, Spotify is bullying us because, and look, we don't want to toot our own horns, but we got too many 5-star reviews in a short period of time, and then Spotify was like, here lads, you need to stop doing the 5-star reviews and maybe get some followers, because I know they're all 5-star in you, but like maybe pile on some followers.
Yeah. So every time we upload an episode now, I have to click another button, and frankly, I can't stand it.
And you could click the don't remind me again, but he's not going to do that.
See, I don't think that button works anymore on the internet.
No, do you have to sign into your email every time?
Every fucking time.
Every time.
And I thought it was just because we shared a Heroes for Hire email, but no.
No,
It's my
remember this
personal
device means nothing. Those words mean nothing, Shaun.
They're lies. They're lies and falsehoods.
So look, if we're going to go back to what we're saying, right, in terms of the followers, and we're going to get into the episode now in a second, but just tell one human being that we exist.
Just the one, please.
And look, if they want to click on the follow, absolutely. If you're on the other platforms, just give a review. That's fine.
Yeah.
But also, comment underneath if you have any thoughts on maybe Shaun doing damage.
For or against, you know? What are we?
Right, for or against. Okay, I think it's time to get into some movie news, Shaun. Enough of all that stuff. Because I know we normally promote the Patreon here as well. We have extra movie reviews over there if you want. Ironman 2 review came out recently. But, Shaun, it's now time to talk about, speaking of Ironman 2, I'm loosely linking this.
Jesus Christ.
Bear with me. What company is Ironman part of?
Stark Industries?
And I'm thinking more broadly real life.
Marvel/Disney?
Yes, okay. And who runs Marvel/Disney? Mostly the Disney side.
Bob Iger?
The greatest man who ever lived, Bob Iger. Now, Shaun,
I don't think that's quite true.
Please don't interrupt me.
Sorry, back in my box.
What I wanted right now was, we're all going to take a moment, because patron saint of the pod, Bob Iger, is stepping away from Disney.
Note to editor Sean, put in Cool and the Gang celebrate.
Bob Iger to exit Disney CEO role early this year, says new report. Oh my God, I'm devastated.
We're quite early in the year.
I'd say this is around that time.
Bob, it's time to fuck off.
So, if you have been keeping up with the show for many years, we obviously we're in jest, but we're not on the Bob Iger fan bus, I would say.
We're not Bob Iger heads. No, it doesn't work.
Look, I think Bob Iger doesn't like cinema or art.
I think Bob Iger's probably a good businessman, but I don't think that's a good reflection of a person.
And he is in our end of year awards, he is always on the list of biggest zero of the year. Now we are fair because Zaslav on the DC side is also there.
Yeah, and Zaslav has had worse PR over the last few years.
But Bob Iger sadly is leaving the Disney CEO role this year, which is obviously, I know Sean, you'd be devastated. But what that means is there's going to be new CEOs. There's a new CEO in town coming in. And with that, you have maybe many questions. What's the deal with Kevin Feige? Is he going to be sticking around? Is he leaving as well? Because you have Kathleen Kennedy. She's going on the Star Wars side.
True, maybe a changing of the guard kind of thing.
There's a lot of joiner mover levers going on right now.
Joiner mover levers, of course.
The Wall Street Journal reported there are two leading contenders to follow Iger as Disney CEO. One is Josh D'Amaro, the person who succeeded Chapek as the leader of Disney Experiences, who runs the parks. The other is Dana Walden, the current co-chairman of Disney's entertainment. So you have leader of the Disney parks or the co-chairman.
That really feels like a Jewel of the Fates style thing for what Disney's going to be. Do they focus on big picture experience and how Disney quote unquote feels, or do they focus on making good entertainment?
Well, I mean, why I kind of brought this up was firstly because obviously Bob Iger's gone. But like,
henceforth to be known as Robbie Iger.
Robert Iger. Robert Ignoramus? Does that work?
Ooh, it's not your best.
It's not my best.
You've had better. You're a funny guy.
I don't think so. But with that, because they're changing it again, maybe it's no more Disney remake, Sean. Maybe this is the start of a new era where we don't have to redo Toy Story 5 or like any animated movie from the 90s and early 2000s. Maybe we're going to get new stuff.
I don't know enough about the prospective candidates to judge, but maybe it's like this cyclical thing of like, we had like all this innovation and stuff leading up to like the 80s, early 90s. And then once we hit like the mid 2000s, things started to be like, okay. And then once we hit like the 2010s, it was like, let's just try all that stuff again. And maybe now we're coming back around to let's try some shit, you know?
Yeah. So I don't think any of that is going to happen.
Really?
Because the first thing that came out was that Josh D'Amaro, who is obviously head of the Disney parks and all the Disney rides and all that story, he's on the theme park side. What movie franchise, Sean, that you have a great fondness for, could Josh want to get up and running as fast as possible upon his appointment?
Let me think. Disney doesn't own Real Steel, as far as I know.
He doesn't. They don't own Real Steel, unfortunately. So what's left?
It's of course the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise.
You're getting the Pirates of the Caribbean reboot. Goddamn, you are.
Yeah, and this is news that my algorithm has pummeled me with this headline over the last few days.
Well, Josh D'Amaro has come out and said if I get put in charge, and look, I'm pretty sure he's the leading candidate, so he's going in there, right?
Yeah.
And he's very heavily implying, look, Pirates of the Caribbean is on board. And not only that, but this week it came out that not only are they basically pushing Pirates of the Caribbean big time, the writer that they've gotten in is going to be Christy Wilson Cairns, who also wrote 1917, if you remember.
And that's a good movie.
Earned her an Academy Award nomination. So she's involved, and she's writing the Pirates of the Caribbean reboot, which is rumoured to be about Jack Sparrow's son, but also starring Johnny Depp as old Jack Sparrow.
Interesting. And presumably Timothée Chalamet as young Jack Sparrow.
I have to assume.
He's done the Wonka, so why not?
He's got to do Edward Scissorhands at some stage.
He's built for it. Look at the man.
He's built for it.
Yeah, I know you want to do a Marty Supreme, but fuck you, Timothy. I go back and forth on the do I want more Pirates of the Caribbean, because I'm really, I'll be honest, as a 30-year-old man, quite content. 29, but whatever. I'm quite content to just watch the first 3 Pirates of the Caribbeans again.
Because, implied in that sentence, though, is that I think it's forgotten is there were 2 other movies after that that are very much... Like, they're not good.
Because Gore Verbinski left, and he was, like, the beating soul of those movies. And he came out in an interview this week, and they asked him about, have you heard rumours of, like, the new Pirates movies? And he's like... Fair play if they want to make them. I have no more ideas. And I'm like, that's all I need.
You know what? That's the best thing I've ever heard.
That's the best response anyone could give to that.
Like, I just want people to... You know who that is? That's someone who's very comfortable in their current... It's like, look, I got no more ideas for that thing, but that's fine.
Yeah. I did what I wanted to do. I'm happy to step back. It's not mine.
There's a weird thing with like Nolan and like the Batman stuff as well, like, or any comic book stuff where anyone's whenever he's doing a press tour, they're like, "Oh, you did the Batman movies." He's like, I'm not going to do anything to do with that ever again. I did it, and you're like, that's just there's a level of respect. They're like, I did the art. The art is done. I have no more of that specific art, but I've got cool things over here. It's
like Denis Villeneuve with Dune, where he's like, no, I'm going to do Messiah and then I'm done. That's all I want to do in this universe.
But look, you gotta respect that. So I think within this, obviously Disney's having a change of the guard, and the first thing I thought of is Josh D'Amaro comes in, head of the theme park rides. Pirates of the Caribbean is a movie based off the theme park ride. He's pushing hard that this is going to be the next big thing, because they're putting things in the pipeline that are like, this is going to make us money.
Yeah.
And they know pirates will make them money. They don't really care if it's good. Well, also beneficial if it's good, but mostly the money part.
I think because we reviewed all of them on the Patreon, and in the first one specifically, we were like, this should not have worked. This should not have been as successful as it was.
Yeah.
And I think the fact that those first 3 movies, regardless of where you fall on like which is the best and stuff like that, they are all quite good, well-made films.
I think even on the third one, which we reviewed on the Patreon, and I was talking shit about it, and I talk shit about number 2 and 3 a lot.
And that's fair enough.
But we always agree on all of those reviews. I'm like, looks fucking great, production is great, everyone's doing great performances. I'm all on the movie just looks really polished and really, like, there's really talented people working on it.
Yeah, it's like it's the perfect intersection of where like CGI could do some stuff, but most of the stuff it was easier to just put them all on.
Didn't they build like a 60-foot boat?
Yeah,
for all that?
It's fucked up what they did on that movie.
It's mental.
And so it's I feel like Pirates of the Caribbean became this massive thing, and then they tried to imitate it because there was a gap between 3 and 4. There was like 4 or 5, 6 years, and it just things had the landscape of how films were made had changed much. Here's
my thoughts, and look, they're probably going to make this. They're definitely going to make this. Johnny Depp signed on, and he is signed on, I assume they're going to make this because it's going to make enough money to cover the production of making the movie, right? But here's what I would say, and this is probably an indictment on most modern cinema. We've watched number 3, and that movie was the most expensive movie of all time when it came out. I think it was like $250 million.
275, I think it was at the time.
Look, it's nearly $300 million, right? But what I will say is, watching that movie, I seen where the money went.
Yeah. Right?
Even if I disagree with the plot and I think a lot of it is silly, I'm like, I can see the money that cost the same as Secret Invasion on
I was
Disney
just
Plus.
going to say this.
Now, if you put them side by side, there's no way you could tell me they cost the same amount of money, because one is like a swashbuckling event and the other one is Pirates of the Caribbean.
But like, you watch like the final fight in the third Pirates of the Caribbean movie and you're like, I could see 200 million going on this alone.
Yeah, like you have two 60-foot ships that they built on the sea, and even if it's on a set, they built the fucking set to be like 100 feet or 100 miles long.
Yeah.
And so it's all in there's about 300 extras all flying everywhere. There's cannons, there's things exploding, there's flame. Like, it looks expensive, and you know where the money went. I think if they make it now, the budget will be $400 million and it will look 10 times worse.
100%.
And will look 10 times cheaper.
Because movies just look bad now, a lot of the time. Like,
Now, that's just two old men shouting at clouds, but you know what I mean.
I know, but like, and we've all seen the Devil Wears Prada 2 discourse that's been happening.
Oh, that movie looks so good.
First one looks great. Second one looks like any other movie.
I don't mean the plot. I mean, it looks, just polished.
Just so clean.
So clean. It's too shiny.
Where's the light coming from? Who cares?
There's so many suns.
I'm always going to want more pirate stuff. They're also, this is weirdly inside baseball, but the Disney adults aren't going to, like, no matter how successful Pirates of the Caribbean has ever gotten, they've never changed the Pirates of the Caribbean ride. So it's not like they can, like, fit out the park with all new Pirates of the Caribbean shit. There's only one.
Which is weird, because you'd think Disney would cash in.
Because, like, they replaced the Aerosmith ride with Guardians of the Galaxy and stuff like that.
You'd think you get at least 3 or 4 rides out of it.
You would hope, you know?
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I've never been to Disneyland, but I think I would just do the Pirates of the Caribbean over and over again.
And just walk away.
Yeah, because a Tower of Terror, I don't want to fucking do that. I don't want to fall.
I don't want to be terrified.
Yeah, why would I want that? I want to see some lads, you know?
Terror of cool. That's where I belong.
Terror of cool.
Yes.
Fair enough.
Did I stutter?
I think you might have in your brain, yeah.
That's how I pronounce tower. Oh no, he's in a big terror.
He's in a terror. Fernando Terrores. Torres means tower.
Okay, look, I think Pirates of the Caribbean is going to get made. Bob Iger's gone, right? So the great big wolf that was keeping us at bay from all these Pirates of the Caribbean remakes that I'm sure he just didn't want to make. I mean, we all know that, Sean.
Bob Iger famously works for the British Navy, so he
hates them, right?
Opposed to pirates on all levels.
So now we've got, if Josh DeMaro comes in, they're going to be pushing hard at this. And so maybe keep an eye out for any Pirates of the Caribbean news, but I think what we say, maybe I would stick with that in terms of it's going to look worse but cost more.
Yeah, and I'll watch it.
You will, I know you will, and you'll be disappointed.
Be right there opening day.
Yeah, you'll be like, that wasn't. That's fine. That's worse. It's worse if it's fine. I would rather if something I liked when I was a child and I watched it again, I want it to be shit or good.
But like I everything in me wants it to be great. But I'm comparing it to literally my favourite films.
Well, number one is one of the best movies ever.
Oh, we've both gone on record as saying that.
I'll go on record as saying that if you watch that and you're not smiling at least once, you're not having a good time. What are you talking about? It's the best fun ever. Okay, we're moving on to our next piece of news. And Sean, a good piece of news coming out, right?
Right.
Because Ryan Reynolds has been in the news recently for some bad things. Not bad things, just like his texts were leaked with the Blake Lively and the legal stuff, and it's a whole thing, right? Okay. We don't really get into that stuff, right?
I have not followed any of this, I'm sorry.
Fantastic, your algorithm's working. But, Sean, what is the problem here is that Ryan Reynolds is... He's the brand, you know what I mean?
He's become a caricature of himself.
He's a billboard of himself at all times smiling, right? So there's a bit of bad PR out there. Now, look, maybe you didn't hear it, but a lot of people were talking about it. So his PR team has clearly worked on the backtrack, and they're like, what can we put out to cover up that stuff?
Right.
And what's come out now is, despite many comments to the contrary, it seems Ryan Reynolds is reportedly focusing on developing a Deadpool 4.
Ooh, okay, so they're okay. So whatever bad press is out there, it's been necessary to say, hey, but the guy you all like,
so
we're doing another one.
So now I'm asking you, as someone who I'm in two minds, is this true? One. Or two, is this, oh no, people are giving out about me, look at the shiny thing?
Yeah, is it the cinematic equivalent of let's invade Iraq again? Like
because I would be of the opinion that they probably are doing a Deadpool 4.
Like I have a thing with, I like the Deadpool movies and I don't like Ryan Reynolds. Is that an okay thing to say?
I think that's okay to say. I don't think it's very strange. There's have you seen the Rest is Entertainment podcast?
No.
And they had a chat about just the approval ratings of everyone involved. Obviously with the Ryan Reynolds, Blake Lively, and what's the guy's name? Oh no, Sean, look that up. Baldoni, what's his name?
Justin Baldoni?
Justin Baldoni, I think it is, yeah.
Oh,
so,
I've heard they had a whole thing going on.
The whole thing, right? We never got into it here, right? Because we're not legally minded, and also we're not smart enough to figure any of that stuff out. But and also I don't really care. But
yeah, it doesn't impact my life at all.
I try to live my life just like focused on like, oh, that impacts me.
Yeah, which is terrible for a movie news show, I grant you.
Absolutely. But Sean, what this is they did a thing of like the approval ratings for all three before all of that stuff. Mm-hmm. And Ryan Reynolds in like 2021 was like at 85% in terms of public approval, or like 90%. Yeah. Like The Rock the same back then. And then like you check them now and it's like down to like 15%, 20%.
Ooh,
and it's so interesting that all that stuff is happening because, as you said, I think like I distinctly remember. Do you remember before the first Deadpool movie came out? Do you remember they did a Christmas YouTube short where Ryan Reynolds is dressed up as Deadpool, pushing the kids dressed as like Wolverine and Mystique on the swings? And I remember watching that in college, thinking this might be the funniest thing I've ever seen. Now I was like, this is the greatest movie of all time. They get the joke, and so it's really interesting that, especially having that first one and even the second one. And the third one with Wolverine, I would say that was pretty good.
I like that like that was made for people like us though, which is like we say, hey, I see what you're doing, but I enjoy this.
Yeah, and so the fact that you said I don't really want to, don't really like Ryan Reynolds, but like that's the brand. He is Deadpool.
This is it.
What do you do in this situation if the people are giving out to you? I got Deadpool 4 on the way, which I don't think they do.
I think we've had enough Deadpool solo movies. Like, I don't think we need a Deadpool 4. Like for a broader, like, whether they're doing this or they're not doing this, or this is a scarecrow tactic, I don't think we need a Deadpool 4. I think it's way better if Deadpool just shows up in other stuff.
Deadpool is he's such a better character to show up and set things on fire and leave.
Yeah,
in other people's stories.
He's a much better cameo than he is at this point, because like there's no reason we've gotten as many Deadpool movies as we have Spider-Man movies, you know. Like,
I think, and ironically, I would have said like a Spider-Man movie works amazing with Deadpool, or like a movie where you have the lead character, and also now that Deadpool is established and set up, like you actually can do that even more. That he's the cameo, because people get the gig, and they get the joke.
What you can do now is, if he's just a cameo, get some other lad in a suit and get Ryan Reynolds to voice him, and save yourself $100 million.
I think there must be there's a legal thing that he's always signed on to do those movies. What are you talking about?
I think he has the option of being in the suit, but if he's not there,
okay, fair enough. Yeah. I don't think this is happening. I think felt like we had to kind of touch on it because like they were like, Deadpool 4 being written right now. But I would say it's probably not. I'd be very surprised if there was a Deadpool 4, unless it was like a Disney Plus show or something along those lines.
What if they called it Dead Force Stick?
I mean...
Right, so Ryan, please hit me up. I don't like you, but give like
we have the name and we'll work backwards. I think he's gonna pop up in Avengers Doomsday, Avengers Secret Wars. He's popping up in all that stuff.
So there's a whole thing in spoilers for Deadpool and Wolverine, and maybe Doomsday / Secret Wars if I'm right. But there's a thing in Deadpool and Wolverine where he looks at the TVA monitors and Thor is cradling him, crying as he dies. And I think that's gonna happen in Doomsday.
I think he's too he's also now broken the multiverse anyway. Yeah. So I mean, if you're getting involved in all that stuff, I mean, he's the perfect person to kind of bring in, because look, no spoilers for stuff, but Loki's kind of preoccupied, and the only other person that we know for sure that has been kind of involved in all that is Deadpool, isn't it?
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange as well, yeah,
is aware of incursions as a thing, which
and Spider-Man, because obviously he met the other Spider-Men. But like in terms of having done the traveling through the multiverses,
then you have Monica Rambeau is currently in the Fox X-Men universe.
Yes. Okay. Right. So that's it.
That's as far as I know. Oh, sorry. Also, the Vulture went to Morbius. You'll remember.
And Spider-Man also went to Morbius, but because he was in that trailer, Sean. The Morbius trailer wouldn't have lied to me, but there was a poster of Spider-Man.
But that was a screenshot from the PS5 Spider-Man wearing the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man skin.
Oh, perfect. That's Morbius after solving that.
Really glad we could hash that out. Also, really Venom was in the MCU for a bit and now he's not.
Yeah. See, that's the magic of Morbius and Jared, because anything he does just makes things worse.
Just ruins everything that was already there.
Anytime you have to do a second sentence of, well, you see, that you've already gone too far.
What actually happened?
See, I don't think you understand quite enough. But I think Deadpool 4, if they are talking about it, look, maybe they're throwing out feelers. Maybe they want to see how everyone reacts. I could also see them doing it in terms of the Pirates of the Caribbean way, where it'll make more money than it cost. So they might do it.
True, but I always wonder what the marketing is on those Deadpool movies, because it's always more than...
Yeah, there's a lot of marketing, but it's all through Ryan Reynolds' actual company.
Maybe, yeah, that he just... Because he is... the brand, yeah,
it's him, so he kind of does it all. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see how that goes on. But I mean, I love the move of everyone's giving out to me. Look at this cool thing. I want to do that.
Look, governments have been doing it for decades.
Next time I'm getting in trouble from the wife, where she's like, you didn't do this.
Sorry, what Rodney Dangerfield bit are you doing?
This is my Rodney Dangerfield bit. Please let me... when the old ball and chain is on me, right?
I get no respect.
I get no respect around here. But if I just simply go, I have to record Hero Zero.
Oh, that'll go over well.
How do you think that'll go down?
What week is it?
It's your week.
Oh, it'll go down great.
Class.
She knows the people want that.
And then she was like, oh, well, look, if it's Marvel, please, go ahead.
If it's whatever we recorded for this week.
Okay, we're going to move on. You called my mother what? Please, go record.
Go, Sean is waiting.
Okay, so we're moving on to our next piece of news, Sean, and I have a bit of sad news, just a small thing that I thought I'd tell you just to make you, I don't know if this is going to make you sad or if you're going to have no feelings on it, but I have some follow-up news based on Star Wars, and this is based off a cancelled Star Wars show that was announced previously.
Okay. Doesn't narrow it down.
Doesn't it? So many of them. But Lucasfilm has further confirmed that Darth Plagueis was going to be the biggest threat of the Acolyte, the Star Wars series set in the High Republic, that was cancelled after its first season back in 2024. According to these new reveals, Plagueis was set to become a major big bad for the first time in live action.
Because he's a villain we've heard of before. And
so my question to you is, Sean, now this rumour, this was kind of confirmed and the report has come out. Are you sad you didn't get to see Darth Plagueis the Wise?
I never wanted to see Darth Plagueis the Wise.
Fantastic.
He was he's mentioned in the Return of the Sith. Return of the Sith. He's mentioned with the bubbles. There. Revenge of the Sith. That's the one.
Revenge of the Sith with the bubbles. Yes.
Yes. He's mentioned there. And then, he shows up in, I think it's a post-credit scene in the last Acolyte episode. And he's just this fucking dude in a cave. And it's like, it's the guy.
You know this guy.
You know, you like him. You like him. But, he's way cooler if you don't... Because I've read the Darth Plagueis book. And that's fine. That's enough. He's way cooler the less you know about him, because you build him up in your head.
I think that might be the biggest indictment of any fictional character that you could possibly say.
But it's applicable to so many fictional characters.
I think he's cooler the less I know about him. Well, actually, I'll give you like horror villains work under that umbrella as well. Like, say, I know we have all those Alien movies, but the less we know about the alien, the better they are.
This is why, like Prometheus was kind of like, I don't need all of this. You know?
Yeah.
And I think Prometheus is fine, but I don't need the origin of everything in every universe. The Kenobi series, which I've gone on record as saying I had a fun time watching. I wish Obi-Wan Kenobi. I wish I didn't know he did all that stuff.
I wish I knew less.
Yeah. I wish he wasn't friends with Kumail Nanjiani.
I do feel like that's probably a reflection of a much a larger thing of all the content that we get. Of just I wish I knew less.
I do. I want questions. You know,
Well, in our own weird small way, me and you have done this thing where for movies that we're actually excited for, we won't watch trailers.
Yeah, which I'll be honest has really improved my watching of movies.
Yes, but you'll also know we're not that excited if we review a trailer.
True. I'm still a bit pissed about we had to review the Project Hail Mary trailer because I've been talking about it for ages.
But there's also been multiple follow-ups and I haven't watched them.
I haven't watched them either, but...
I haven't watched them either. I respect that. I'm interested to know... where Star Wars kind of goes from here in terms of the big bads, because as I just said, everyone knows Plagueis.
Yeah.
And so they now, this is good, but what if we got Palpatine back again, maybe? There's probably more room there.
Somehow we could get him back again.
I suppose somehow.
I've gone on record, you make a Darth Bane movie called The Rule of Two, and it's about how he kind of originates the modern Sith. And it's all from Sith's perspective. And
everything you're saying right now is never going to happen.
I know, because you can't sell toys about Darth Bane.
Also, that this is going to sound. Is it the Force Unleashed? Is that what's the video game with the two twins?
Force Unleashed.
Yeah.
With Star Killer. Is that his name? Yeah.
I think just do that in a movie.
Yeah, no, those aren't canon anymore.
I know, but I'm saying just do that in a movie.
Oh, yeah. No, because those are real good. That first one's a real good story.
I remember always just thinking, they're always scrambling for things and they're always let's redo this and redo that. And I'm just see that video game. Just write that in a movie. Just do it again.
Just do it. Just
do it.
Or go full mental with it and be here's Star Wars, the Broadway show. Okay?
Mark Hamill's coming back.
He's a song and dance man. Harrison Ford also coming back for
somehow we got him. Okay, we're moving on to our next piece of news, and Sean, this news might be set up specifically for us.
Oh,
because I have a TV series is coming from Craig Mazin. And he's going to be doing a Baldur's Gate TV series on HBO. So, please, I mean, my question to you, Shaun, is how deep do you want to go here? Because obviously, Craig Mazin, he's co-creator of arguably the biggest video game adaptation to date, probably The Last of Us, I would say.
Which I have not. I will say I have not watched the second season of The Last of Us, but I'm a big Pedro Pascal fan. And I'm looking forward to watching him for as long as possible.
I'm really excited to see what he does in episode 6.
Yeah, can't wait.
Sorry, what?
What's going on? Oh, no, but we're back. Don't worry about it.
What, he likes golf? Is that what you're saying to me?
I would say, like, you are a bigger Baldur's Gate fan than I am, but I've played quite a bit of D&D and stuff like that.
So this is kind of a weird mixture of both of our interests. So, like, obviously you did have the Dungeons & Dragons movie itself that came out a few years ago.
Which was quite good.
Which was quite good. But if I would just know what Baldur's Gate is, it's a video game that's kind of based off... It's based off Dungeons & Dragons, but it's like a... But then
it's like an
there
RPG. It's
an RPG style, so there's different versions. Now, my introduction to Baldur's Gate was Baldur's Gate 1 Dark Alliance and Baldur's Gate 2 Dark Alliance on the PS2 in like 2001.
God, the PS2 was a good console.
Oh my god, right? And they were like the first versions RPGs of like before Skyrim and Oblivion and like Dragon Age and all them.
Yeah, and it was based off of the stuff that was on the tabletop. It's like, how do we translate this now to a game? So it's all like top down, looking over everything.
And obviously, like, it's PC as well, but like then they moved it to the console. That's kind of my introduction to it. And so, I mean, if for anyone who needs background context, Shaun came over to my house like last year, and I had
stag.
And I rebought Baldur's Gate 1. I was on the PS2, but I got it like a remastered version for like $4.99, and I made us sit down and play it for like 9 hours.
It was great. You were doing a fantasy football draft at the time as well.
Yes, I remember that.
And I wasn't playing efficiently enough for you.
Yeah. I was somehow better than him, even though I was drafting simultaneously.
Yeah, but I was trying to have fun, folks.
Yeah.
You know? I was getting into character.
Yeah, I have set myself up as the hero who's laid back, and you as the overworked
I've just pictured myself as juror number 6, and you juror number 12.
Oh no! So I think, to me, this is close to my heart. But with all that, I'm going to say, I don't know if this works, but it might work because it's a video game adaptation, and I'm almost scared of video game adaptations.
It's true, but they've had a higher hit rate recently.
True.
I will say, like, Fallout's real good. If anyone's watched that, but I also think with something like Baldur's Gate, is it not just easier to say let's make a fantasy story?
Yeah, but at least I suppose you can kind of put the name on it. But then you're saying that you have World of Warcraft had that movie, but that might be like 2014, 2015, so that was kind of before all this. I know, I do understand, like, with with Fallout, and then you also have The Last of Us, like, you have 2 back-to-back games there that they're like, we're going to put money behind this and get, like, really talented people to do it.
The Halo series was fine, I hear.
Yeah, so, like, it can be slightly hit and miss. I think Last of Us especially works because the video game, they just adapted the video game.
And that was, like, one of the selling points of that is, like, oh, it's so cinematic. You know?
Yeah. And I mean, like, you could watch if you could play the first 2 missions of the video game and then watch episode 1 of The Last of Us, and it's the same. They just replace the characters.
Which leads me on to my next, my pitch, Connor, if you will.
Please.
Metal Gear Solid. The series.
The series.
Has to be a series, for sure.
I also would watch a Far Cry.
Oh,
series?
Far Cry 3 specifically, I would say.
A Far Cry 3 series.
We've played games at the same time.
It'd be really good.
It'd be pretty good. The like Assassin's Creed is the one that's always thrown around.
Well, no, we've already done that, Sean. It wasn't good.
Well, that doesn't count. That was
We've even turned on Fassbender in that one.
I know. And Brendan Gleeson, he's in it for
and
a second.
Gleeson, we had the double turn on ourselves.
I know. We were as ashamed as anyone, believe me.
Yeah.
The Gears of War, that was thrown around for fucking ages.
Oh, Batista's trying to get that off the ground as well.
He could still do it, you know?
I think he could. I think he has the kind of sway now.
Yeah.
That he could definitely get it up and running. But the Baldur's Gate thing actually is interesting because Baldur's Gate is so vague in terms of world, and there's so many possibilities of where to go. This is either going to be good or dog shit. For the sole reason that the cinematic stuff doesn't... Baldur's Gate is cinematic, but there's like 50 different options in terms of who you are and what you do.
Which is that's something that the Fallout series did very well, of like, you do have choices in those games, and it's set at a very particular time. So you have to acknowledge that, hey, those choices could have happened. Or you have to take like this middle ground of like, it happened, but then it recovered and stuff like that. It's tough with a story that you make yourself to adapt, because you've again, that inbuilt fan base, you've limited how many people can now relate as intensely to.
Because like if you do your entire series, and look, this is a very small version, but like if you do your entire series based off a mage, and every time I play, I pick an archer, and I don't have any magic.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I don't understand any of this. This has nothing to do with my video game experience.
But maybe then the counter argument is like, oh, but when the archer shows up, you're going to have a favourite character.
For real. I'm always interested though when it's a much bigger world, what they do. The reason why you went with, like, say, Metal Gear Solid or Far Cry 3 or like something like that, there's an inbuilt story.
There is.
And it's step by step.
Yeah, there's a progression in those. And like, yeah,
it's harder to do open world. Or not even open world, but like, actually The Witcher did very well. Like The Witcher is like that game is monstrous in terms of all the options.
The Witcher also had the books to lean on, to pull up.
Exactly, as well. Yeah.
Start, beginning, middle, end of story, and just that's an episode, you know? But Witcher did do the like translation from here's the stuff you saw in the game to here's how it would work in real life very well.
Yeah, I'm interested to know how they do this. Now, Craig Mazin has come out and he always says all the right things. He's like, I put 1,000 hours into Baldur's Gate 3 and I'm playing that, and I've played it like on the hard mode, and I'm just like...
This feels like you should be writing, Craig. Maybe get off your ass and do a script.
The Last of Us Season 3. Why is Pedro not in this on IMDb?
You haven't even written Pedro's lines.
It's ridiculous. He loves golf.
For fuck's sake.
What?
Nothing to worry about.
No, there's no spoilers here, Shawnee. The man loves golf.
Pedro Pascal, Last of Us Golf. Google that.
Why am I Googling Pedro Pascal Golf Club?
Just to see when he runs, you know?
Oh, heavens no. A hole in one, they said. So, in his head. Moving on. So, Sean, I wanted to finish on a massive rumour that I thought that you might enjoy from Marvel. But before that, I thought it might be funny to discuss a follow-up to a story that we covered a little while ago about the rat.
Oh, God. Oh, I know. Okay.
Rush Hour 4 takes big step forward as Brett Ratner returns to Hollywood.
What does he return with, Connor?
He did return with Melania, the
film about.
So this is fascinating because before Christmas, remember the rumours are coming out that like Donald Trump is on to Brett Ratner to get Rush Hour 4 up. And now, if you don't know, Brett Ratner worked on Rush Hour 1, 2 and 3.
Yeah.
And look, no matter what you think of those movies, Brett Ratner, known dog, just an absolute horrible man.
Absolute horrendous human. Yeah.
Just a dog of a man, right? But then he obviously was cast out of Hollywood for years. And then randomly, on a random November Tuesday, the news came out that Donald Trump is pushing hard for Rush Hour 4, right? And me and Shaun were confused.
We were like, that's ridiculous. And that's why we talked about it. Because it was like, why the fuck? Why would we?
Why would he care?
And would we want it under these conditions?
It just seems weird. And now, of course, we know Brett Ratner was the director of the documentary for Melania Trump that came out like 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago or whatever, and has been widely considered the greatest documentary of all time. I assure you agree, Shaun.
I don't mean to but you. But
good improv. No, but seriously, no, it was really bad.
No, actually, it's dog shit that exists.
So I think now the rumours, according to TMZ, is Ratner's return to Hollywood has accelerated Rush Hour 4.
Do you think Zachary Levi is waiting by the phone?
I'm going to be Chris Tucker, he says. This is my chance.
Do you think Chris and Jackie would come back for Rush Hour?
One, yes. But two, here's a fairer question. Zachary Levi's waiting by the phone. Who do you think, what role could he play better, do you think, in his perspective? Tucker or Chan?
Oh. God, you put me in an awful position here, Connor. But I think...
Yeah.
I think he imagines he could fight as well as Jackie Chan.
100%.
I think he wants to be like, I'll do my own stunts like Jackie Chan did. And then in 6 months we get a thing. Zachary Levi has broken every bone in his body.
You're saying he wants to be a 45-year-old Asian man who does backflips.
Do you think Jackie Chan is 45 now?
No, he was 45 in Russia.
Yeah. How old is Jackie Chan now?
Oh, like 75?
Jackie Chan.
I'd say maybe 75.
I just googled Jackie Chan now. That's not going to fucking... He is 71 years old.
Okay, 71.
Looks great.
Looks fantastic. But I mean, they're going to bring the two of them back. They're too old for this shit. Do you think it works? Do you think this is a good idea or a bad idea?
I think Rush Hour is one of those ones that we should probably just leave where it was. You know? I don't think anyone wants to delve into all of it. I think it was good while it was there.
I see, you're putting me in a tricky position here, Shaun. Because Rush Hour is one of my faves.
Rush Hour is great. But Connor, when's the last time you watched Rush Hour?
A good point. Probably maybe 5 years ago.
Okay. See, even then, that was...
But see, it's one of those movies where I know it's not good, but I watched it so many times.
This is and it's not that it's not quote unquote good.
Yeah.
But there's some things in there.
Everyone around it also.
There's a bunch of stuff related to Rush Hour that is not great. And it wasn't great then, but we didn't know it.
But what about the part where he says $50 million, who you think you got, Chelsea Clinton?
Pretty good. You better believe that killed in the lunchroom at school.
And he has and they have at the end of it, they have this thing in the credits, Shaun, where they do the bloopers. Yeah. And I'm a big fan of in the credits to do the bloopers.
But I think, given the context, Brett Ratner being a dog shit human piece of shit,
I don't think I would watch another Rush Hour.
I don't think, no, I think on principle, I would like to think
I would never watch Rush Hour 3 either. Which I seen in the cinema, to be honest, when it first came out. But I wouldn't watch it again. And I don't think I've seen Rush Hour 2 many times. Rush Hour 1 is the main one I've seen a lot.
Yeah, I've seen Rush Hour 1 a good few times, and then 2 and 3, maybe once or twice each.
Yeah.
But I also, I feel like a Rush Hour 4 would be mean-spirited. Because of...
Everyone involved,
including the President of the United States.
Yeah, it's not... Rush Hour 1 feels like it's in on the joke, and I think you're right. I think Rush Hour 4 will be just like picking on people.
Yeah, it feels more targeted mean, as opposed to everyone was a dickhead at the time.
Okay, we're going to finish off new movie news this week, Sean, with some Marvel possible spoilers. So if you do not want spoilers for Marvel stuff, please tune out now.
I'll see you later. Thank you everyone
please,
for
Sean, because Marvel spoilers may reveal who was on the Fantastic Four ship at the end of the Thunderbolts.
Ooh, interesting.
Now, I cannot confirm nor deny this, Sean.
But I can.
But what I'm hearing, what the whispers I'm hearing, is that reports that the passengers on the ship, now if you remember, at the end of Thunderbolts, it's the after credit scene. They look up into the sky and the ship is coming down.
Yes.
It's the Fantastic Four ship.
The Excelsior.
And they're like, oh, what's this? And then obviously we watched a Fantastic Four movie that's set in a different universe, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But
And the ship is different in that, but I think that's just a production error. Never mind.
That's just a production error. They probably weren't filming at the same time. But there may be confirmed reports.
That's a wild sentence. Sorry.
Yeah, there may be confirmed reports. Sorry, the reports have been confirmed that they are reports.
They're definitely
now, I don't know
reports.
if
they may not be accurate.
I can confirm that the reports have come out.
Let's hear these reports.
Not only are the Fantastic Four passengers on the ship, but also the ship includes Doctor Doom and Steve Rogers.
Huh?
Huh.
So Robert Downey Jr. and...
Robert Downey Jr. and Steve Doomier Rogers.
Steve Rog Evans.
Steve Rog Evans.
Interesting. So they come from the Fantastic Four First Steps universe.
Apparently. Now, obviously I'm saying this to you that this is the rumours that I'm hearing. So...
It's not the weirdest.
Oh no, certainly the weirdest is casting Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom.
That's
what are you
still
talking
a baffling
about?
choice.
Yeah.
But if we take it that Steve Rogers going back in time to return the Infinity Stones and then staying with Peggy Carter in like the early 1950s.
Is the kickoff of all the worlds colliding.
Yes. Then there's... If we're going by comic timelines, there's 10 or 12 years for the Fantastic Four to become a thing.
Yes, so, okay, think about Secret Wars.
Yeah.
And we have done a full episode on all of the Secret Wars, if you want to go back and check that report. Sean, that was an excellent report that time. I remembered well.
Thanks, bud. I was due for one.
I'm thinking of what happens there. And let me throw some out to you.
Hit me.
Steve Rogers goes back in time, fucks up the timeline for everyone.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Selfish prick.
Selfish prick, what a bastard, right? Steven Rogers is... Steven's Rogers.
Chris Stevens Rogers.
Stevens Rogers is what I'm more thinking, yeah. But I'm thinking that Doctor Doom and Mr. Fantastic realise that he's the cause of the problems.
Take him back.
And they go to get him and then go back to his original timeline. And so they're working together to try and put the timeline back together.
I could see that.
Because they now know the worlds are colliding.
Yes. I do have another... This is unrelated to the story, but I do have another theory.
Please.
Now, I've just started watching it. I'm not finished, so I don't know how it ends. But Wonder Man recently came out.
Okay.
I think Wonder Man is going to be used as a Molecule Man replacement.
Interesting.
Because he is atomic energy personified.
Makes it, and if you don't know, the Molecule Man is what's used in the Secret War story that explodes all of the universes.
You actually listened.
I did. Because, Sean, the Beyonders had a bunch of timers put it on the Molecule Men.
There we go. Also, apparently the original plan was that, in the end of Ant-Man Quantumania, Kang gets sucked even smaller than Quantum.
Yes.
Kang was going to become a Beyonder, was the original plan.
Can they do that now?
Probably not.
Robert Downey Jr.'s over here.
Draw the line in the sand on that one. But I look, that would make somewhat sense. It kind of brings into question the Doom cameo at the end of First Steps. How he just breaks into the Baxter building and plays with Franklin.
Yeah. But if that's the Doom in that timeline, then, I mean, he's just fucking with them.
Oh, sorry. In my head, that Doom is from another universe, but that might make sense.
If that's the Doom from their timeline.
There's already a Doom.
Yeah, and him and Reid come together in that timeline.
It's like, we have to talk about this.
Because there's something that's causing all of these universes to explode. They figure it out. They realise the centre of the problem is this one guy.
And Doom needs Reid's teleporter thing that he built.
So they go
First
get
Steps.
Steve Rogers.
Ah. Could work,
And
and I don't
then
hate it.
they're like, where are you from? And he's like, Earth 616 or whatever. And they're like, we're going to bring you back to the modern times of that Earth to see if that resets things.
And he's like, oh, but I was just there. Surely nothing's happened. Then they
Yeah.
land on the hand in the ocean.
And he's like, what the fuck?
2 minutes! I was...
These people couldn't keep this fucking place clean for 2 minutes.
And he's smoking inside because it was the 50s. You could do that.
Of course he is. Kicking minorities. He's loving it.
I don't think he ever...
Steve Rogers not like that.
Look, I don't hate the idea. One of my big gripes with Fantastic Four was that it didn't really tie into that Thunderbolts ending at all. So it would be cool at least if there was a bit of overlap in like, hey, they all got on that ship.
Yeah. No, I think that's kind of the only way in my brain that it makes sense. If you have the Doom and the Reid. Now look, Doom and Reid are obviously going to disagree at some point.
Oh, yeah.
But maybe up until that point they've agreed that maybe this works.
Yeah, maybe they're like, we work together, we get Captain America to his home universe, and then it doesn't work. And Doom is like, right, we start killing other universes.
And Reid's like, I'm with you. I love a genocide, but simultaneously, I don't know about that now.
They're primed. Like also with the trailers we've gotten, they're primed for the Illuminati as well.
Yeah,
but
well, they kind of need the Illuminati, don't they, for the Secret Wars?
They like in terms of like the comic story, it's the Illuminati are dealing with it in the background for ages until it arrives. So it's kind of hit and miss whether they actually use it in the film.
Okay, well, I just said I'd bring up that rumour just in case. Obviously, we cannot confirm or deny, but that would be a cool thing to do. Also, I don't want to see Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom.
Yeah, no, please let the reveal be that he's in it for 5 minutes and then it's actually someone else. Yeah. Anyone else.
Kang.
It's Jonathan Majors is underneath it. It was all a plan.
I think that's it for this week's movie news.
Thank you everyone for listening. Sorry, I should have asked Connor, do you want me to take us out?
No.
Okay, fair enough. Bye. Thank you everyone for listening to this episode of the Heroes for Hire podcast. We will be back on Friday with an episode of Hero or Zero, and next Monday with another episode of the show, as we do have every single week. Big thank you to everyone over on Patreon, patreon.com/Heroes for Hire podcast. Link to that is in the description. And big shout outs go. I haven't done this in a while, so excuse me.
Please.
Thank you to Róisín and Baby Ben Palmer, Ryan Kamatsu, Dozer Enthusiast, Evanson, Waffles, the official uncle of the show, David Clarke, Dominic, Anna Kamatsu, Dozer, Hjelmroos, Danny McLaughlin, Lordsmish, Ed Ball, Conor and Lorraine would like to welcome Conor and Shaun back to the pod and welcome Lil Dicky to the world. That one's still kind of relevant in terms of welcoming us back to the pod.
Always. We're just always returning.
Russ, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with all of these Owen Reeces I've collected.
Perfect.
Apt. Jackson Brueheim, Liz had a few too many on St. Paddy's Day and tipsily subscribed to the Patreon. Ciara Lawler, Judge Leahy, Mikey Chair's #1 fan, has great taste in movies. Champagne for my real friends, real pain for my sham friends. Johnny Ray, Jack Markham, Hunter Havard, the Texas Ironman. Lisa has now told 3 people that this show exists and there's nothing you can do to stop her. Insert evil laugh here.
Lisa, you're on our enemies list.
You're #1 and 2.
Don't tell a third person.
I'm the third. Justin, we named the monkey Jack Bowman, Joe Reid, John NeSmith, Ted Sullivan, Jeff Scroger, Charlie Smith, Logan Merriman, Yinzer Ghost, Pete Rogers, and Nome Viliamu. Thank you all for your support. We really hugely appreciate it. Heading over to patreon.com/Heroes for Hire podcast if you want to support us over there. There is also the Twitter at Heroes for Hire pod. The 4 is the number 4. Facebook is Detective Gentleman's Discussion Group. Instagram is Heroes for Hire podcast. Blue Sky is Heroes for Hire podcast. And the best way to ever help out the show is to tell one human being that we exist.
Just a one, please.
And I think that's about it, Conor.
I think so. So I've been Conor Lawler.
Shaun Meighan.
See you all next week, guys.
Bye.